Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast. All the things we did not get to during the course of the show today. Everybody had a good weekend, I trust. Gavin, you did good?
It was good. It was full in a way that
that's good.
I remember I told Haley this, that Friday afternoons, I feel like you have that little hope and spark that you're like, oh, it's the weekend. It's amazing. There's so much hope for this weekend.
Yeah.
And then when Sunday at like 3 or 4 p.m. rolls around, you're like, what did I just do for 48 hours? And why do I not feel like it was enough time? And why do I feel like I'm not ready for this week to start? So I feel like that was where my head was for most of yesterday. I wish I could get past that. But some Sundays you're not quite ready to say goodbye.
My Saturday evaporated on me, and I had gone dirt bike riding with engineer Phil, which was fun. But when we got there, mine wouldn't start. Mine's like a new bike too, and it wouldn't start. So we spent another 45 minutes trying to figure it out. We figured out, problem solved, go ride, a tough thing I hadn't ridden before, really hard, really difficult, fell a ton. I still have a scratched up arm and stuff.
How do you fall off the motorcycle?
The motorcycle?
Yeah, what'd you do?
You're going fast, and then all of a sudden you have to brake, and then it's soft, and it grabs the front of your tire, it spins you, and you just keep going.
It's like when you ski and snowboard, when you all that snow, all that, the earth just is not this flat piece of gravel that riding on the road usually is.
And it's brutal. And so by the time we finished riding and we go home, and then I had a mishap on the way home, and I'll talk about that tomorrow on the show, but I have a mishap on the way home, and then it gets me home hours and hours after we were supposed to be home. And my wife was just kind of sitting at home, and I'm like, I totally hosed her, because then when I got home, I had to fix a bunch of things. And so literally I was going to be home by 11:30 in the morning. We'd have all day together. I didn't finish doing stuff till 4:30 that afternoon. And so I spent the whole afternoon apologizing. I'm so sorry. And she's like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But then it's funny, because after that she goes, hey, if you want to sell your dirt bike, that's fine.
So that was after a day where she basically lost you because of issues with the bike.
Well, no, it was more like she's afraid I'm going to get hurt.
Okay.
And because I had a bad fall that could have gone south on me, and so fortunately it didn't. But she was, and I was telling her about it. It's my own fault for telling her. But then she was like, "Look," I said, "Honey, if I sell it, we can take a loss on it." She goes, "I don't care." She was like, "This is the one thing." I'm like, "You can sell it, and we can take a loss. I don't care." I'm like, I don't remember you saying you didn't want me to get it. You don't want me to have this? She's like, not really. I'm like, I didn't remember. You're very vocal normally. And she's like, I told you. And I'm like, she's like, you just didn't want to listen. I'm like, really? Because I think I would have remembered this.
No, that sounds about right. You don't. You have selective hearing.
Me?
Yes.
My fault? Weird. Okay.
Higher and higher.
I know. So apparently she's like, oh yeah, if you want to sell it, you can take a loss. That's fine. I'm like, okay.
Are you gonna?
No, I don't think so. I still enjoy it, but I just had a bad day.
Oh, it was just the day?
It was just the day. I'll go again. And if I have another bad day, then maybe I will.
Does this, because of that though, does this fit the same approach that you always had for the mountain bike, that you won't do this on your own?
No, definitely not.
Because that sounds like something that could have gone really awry if it was just 1 degree more dangerous.
Because one time, because mountain biking, you're not as far back in the woods, and you can get yourself out of trouble more, and you could pick up your bike and carry it if you had to, or you could push it. If
you'd be on an episode of that How I Survived.
Yes, I feel like it. That's what happened to me this last week. Phil's really good. He flies through things. I feel bad because he has to wait for me, and here I come.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. And this time,
you're not a speed demon. I figured you would be.
No, I'm trying.
It's not good enough yet.
But no, it's so difficult, and so I got trapped underneath the bike, actually, and he had to come back down the mountain. But before, I'm not letting him lift this off of me. I managed to extricate myself and then ride up past him. And he was like, "You did it, buddy!" It's like talking to that 4-year-old kid that just kicked a soccer ball for the first time.
Or your grandpa that got up the stairs on his own.
He was so proud of me, and I'm sure disappointed in the same moment.
Well, his kid's bike, I believe, and so you're just another one of his kids trying to learn. Do you have this the passion to get much better at this? Because you approach a lot of your hobbies like that.
Anything I do, I want to do it well. And I think if I don't do something well, then I don't like it. Like I got to where I was decent at mountain biking, you know, and like I could ride most things. I don't do the crazy like jump gaps and all that nonsense. That's for 20-year-olds that will heal faster. But like, I'd like to get better at it. But I have a feeling I don't want to get paralyzed trying to get better.
Because this one, it seems like it'd be harder to do as frequently as you can do like mountain biking, because it seems like there's a lot more prep and you have to go further out to do it.
Yeah, mountain biking, you go like, hey, let's go for a couple hours today. Done.
Do you think that Phil has a good time?
He says he does.
Oh, that's sweet of him.
We took separate cars this time, so I don't know. No, no. Like he's like, no, it's great, man. Because I apologize a lot. I'm like, I'm so sorry you're having to wait for me. I'm like, just go. If you don't see me like in 10 minutes, then come back. You know. But like, I'll get there. And then I mean, in full disclosure, there were parts where I was right behind him and I was doing well, but then it would go quickly so awry. Like I'd be right behind him like, hey, this is fun, Phil. Hey, waving, and then all of a sudden, go, I'm down again. Like, what in the world, man? And it's like physically tiring too. Like every bone in my body hurts today. And I was taking like ibuprofen before I went, after I went today.
It does have a slight ticking time bomb injury vibe to it, though, given that you're
testing fate.
You've towed the line with the stick up the nose.
So what he'll do is he'll keep testing fate, testing fate until it backfires on him, and then we won't hear the end of it.
Right, and then I'll get hurt really badly, and hopefully it won't be life-ending. So, but if I do, you guys can fight over the show.
No thanks. Wait a minute.
Like a day
She's
off.
like, I don't even want to be here. What about yours, Rock?
No, I want to ask Gavin how his moving went. Did anybody show up?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. It was probably the best move that I've ever been a part of.
Really?
Because this was just a single woman moving from a one-bedroom apartment to another one-bedroom apartment.
Was she on the third floor?
It was not.
Nice.
There was one person who, like, last year was on the third floor. That one was the worst move I've ever been a part of. This one was just, like, walk down a few stairs, bring it up, walk down a few stairs, bring it. Like, it was very nice. She was really packed and really ready. And then most of her furniture ended up being pieces that you looked at and you're like, oh, here we go. Here's the couch. And you picked it up. You're like, oh, it's not a sleeper sofa. Right. What a win for all of us.
Betty fooled me with one of those ones. Oh, my gosh. This thing is 700 pounds.
Please. You still complain about that to this day.
From
it was
the third
years
floor.
ago.
From the third floor.
No, it was not.
The grossest couch ever.
And he hurt his toe on the third stair.
It was so heavy.
And yet he has so much to complain about.
It was so heavy.
And we had like...
If you ever move, don't ask Wally to help.
Yeah, don't. That's why I complain so much.
That's why I got small groups for.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's your life partners.
I'm not going to make you guys drive up 25, probably 30, 40 minutes just to help a person who's really, hopefully a good part of your lives.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
This was a weird story. New York City did a gun buyback where they offer you money to turn in your guns because there's so much talk over the gun violence. There's that crazy story out of Texas where this guy was firing his AR in his front yard at 11:30 at night. Neighbors come over and say, hey, we got a newborn. Can you please not do that? And he's like, I'm going to do it anyway. And then he walks into their house and shoots 5 of the 10 people in the house, kills them. It just a horrible story. So everyone thinks they know what to do with gun violence, and nothing really gets totally solved, and everyone has different opinions about it. But so New York and New Jersey, I guess, did this thing where they would give you a gift card for your gun. And I'm stupidly surprised by this. How many guns do you think they got turned in?
75.
Yeah.
Who was it?
New York.
The entire city of New York, or the
state of New York.
Bought back guns.
Yeah.
10, 15,000?
Oh, that's a little high. 3,000.
Okay.
Wow.
But 3,000.
What was the gift card for? How
$500.
much was it?
So it's a good gift card.
It's great money.
For what?
Yeah, to Applebee's.
No, it wasn't. The Chili's to go, the Chili's to...
It's a great deal.
At the airport.
At the airport.
I remember that bit on SNL. Yeah. So 3,000
Where
guns.
was it to?
I don't know. They didn't say.
Maybe just a Visa?
Amazon, I don't know. So in exchange for firearms with no questions asked, participants were given $500 gift cards for turning in assault rifles, untraceable ghost guns. Those are ones without serial numbers. And handing over handguns as well. They received $500 for the first weapon and then $150 for each additional handgun.
Oh, interesting.
So but it makes you wonder, were all the criminals turning in their guns? I think not.
The people who you would hope would give their guns back
are not the people that are going to give their guns back.
They're not the dangerous ones.
Right.
They're the sane human beings who want money instead of their weapons.
But then again, if you've got a drug problem and you need a quick fix, $500 could take you.
That's true.
I think it could take you pretty far.
To Applebee's. Not really. No.
It's not Applebee's. You don't even know.
But then you're like, well, how many of these guns ended up being stolen so they could turn them in? Because it's no questions asked.
Oh.
So you could literally go, okay, let's go steal some guns and turn them in for this thing. It's just a weird
but how else are they supposed to do it?
I don't know. I mean, I'm shocked at the number that got turned in, honestly.
I wonder what they're going to do with those guns then. If you've got those guns,
do you get rid of them?
Destroy them?
I would assume.
Put them somewhere where you recycle them in some. I
guess because in comparison to the weekend's gun buyback program, Syracuse police seized 76 guns this year so far from the community. So far less than what was turned in.
Yeah, none of these numbers feel like world changing, city changing.
If they did that here, would y'all turn yours in?
No.
I don't think Gavin has one to turn in.
Would you do yours though? Because you have a handgun, right?
Yeah, I don't.
$500. It's a lot of Chick-fil-A.
And you didn't buy it. Your dad bought it for you.
Right.
Don't ever tell him.
Well,
here's the thing. Well,
if it was Chick-fil-A, Gavin, you're right.
If you're like somebody who has, let's say, 10 plus guns, though, I could see just a world where you're like, I could get rid of 5 or 6.
Get rid of one.
Get a chunk of chains, and you still
one
have
that,
your weapons.
Doesn't really work well, or it's
Yeah,
so then you're still honoring what they're asking you to do.
Yeah, I have multiple, and there's 2 of them, not 3 of them, actually are from my dad. They were his,
those are,
and they have it's funny to sit there and say that a gun has sentimental value, but my dad and I would go out, we'd shoot cans and stuff like that, and so it was a thing for us. And I'm a responsible gun owner, but I would, if for $500, there's no way I would turn in my gun. If in a perfect world, if they rounded everybody up and were collecting everyone's guns and everyone just by the goodness of their heart turned in their guns, fine, that's fine, I'll do that. But that's not the world we live in, and the bad people are not disarming.
And that is New York, by the way. That's probably a state where you per capita, per square foot, do not have people with a ton of guns compared to if you did anything here in the South.
Yeah, I just don't know how that happened. Well, actually, I saw a stat that said we have more guns than people in the country. There's 1.2. I don't know how you get 0.2 of a gun for every person in the country. So basically, that's where are we at? How many billion people we have? I have no
in this
idea.
country?
Yeah, it's
we're in the millions.
It's 327 million people, I think, is what we have in this country.
331.9 million.
I was close. The only reason I know that is because of COVID numbers. Back in the COVID days, we were all trying to figure out the math on how many people and who's going to get it. And so, but I mean, we are far more than any other country, which is interesting. And we definitely have a problem, but we have not come to an agreement on how to solve it yet at all. Lady Rock, what do you got?
A list was put together of celebrities that most people think they look like they smell bad.
Steve Buscemi. He had to have made this list.
Steve Buscemi did not make the list.
How is that possible?
I only have the top 15, so...
Oh, okay. Can we guess?
Yeah, you could guess, or I can give the names to you and see if you agree or not.
Let's guess for a couple more.
Okay.
Were there any ladies on here?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oh.
I wouldn't even feel confident guessing
But I
there.
would say most of them are men.
Yeah. Probably not Vin Diesel.
Jack Black?
He looks... Oh, Jack Black's not bad.
He doesn't...
Jack Black
He doesn't scream cologne to me.
No. Let me see... I'm trying to think who's really...
What about what's her face from SNL?
Kate McKinnon?
Yeah, Kate McKinnon.
Did she make the list?
No.
Wow. I just pictured the SNL got taken by Alien's character.
Yeah, exactly. Like she lives that. Okay. All right. Well, let's go through some of these, Rock.
Well, first I'm going to look and see who this one is. They said that she's a chain smoker. Oh, yeah. She does. How do you say that? Cara Delevingne?
I don't know.
Cara Delevingne?
She's only somebody that I'll see in a movie and be like, oh, is that so-and-so? And then I look at the name, I'm like, oh, that's not who I thought it was.
Okay, so a couple of people that made the list. Johnny Depp.
Oh, what? Yeah, Sweaty Deppy. Yeah, Sweaty Deppy.
But it's funny because he has the cologne commercial.
That's right.
Where he's digging in the wood or digging in the desert.
Just because he is putting on cologne, does that mean it smells good?
Well, he's also got the what is it, Captain Jack Sparrow. Yeah. It's like a nasty pirate.
But he
vibe.
looks unkept a lot too.
Yeah, like he doesn't bathe
in his personal life. I mean, I think he moved to France for a little bit, and that'll get on you.
French people probably smell.
That will get on you. Wow. Do you want to redact that? Or
no, I do not.
Okay.
Stand by it. I've been there. Okay. My brother-in-law lived there. It's just different. It's different hygiene standards, man.
Haley says Rome smells. That was like, she went on this like Europe trip. She's like, yeah, Rome. And not the... She didn't mention the people, but I just would assume that got on them.
Oh man, there's places you travel because again, people have different hygiene things. It's not like they're dirty people, but it's like different hygiene. You get on a plane out of this country sometimes, you're like, whoa, we need some body mints, not breath mints.
Okay. A girl that made the list.
Oh yes,
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, that's so not
modern
nice.
Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, that's so not nice.
That's tough.
I could see it though, can't you?
Oh no,
you can't see it.
I can't.
Stop.
You're judging me.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
You're the worst.
Yeah.
This one I think we all can agree on. Charlie Sheen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think that he
I don't picture
showering is not his first.
No. Don't picture
agenda.
deodorant.
Especially back when it was crazy Charlie Sheen. And he was talking about all the crazy nights and the drug fueled things that they did. Remember when he was like, I had tiger blood.
Yeah. Madonna.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. She should have been number one.
Oh my.
Kid Rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But the funny thing is he brings apart this air of like he's this trailer park guy.
And he's not.
But his dad like owned a car dealership in Detroit and like he wasn't like poor.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. Like the modern
Shia.
Unkept beard looks like it's going everywhere. Yeah.
Not like Disney Holes Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Jared Leto.
Yes.
Really though?
Yes.
Why Jared Leto? I feel like he
has that hippie vibe to him.
Oh, I can. Okay, yeah, I take it back.
So I could see him trying out like
all natural vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do oat milk soap, or something like that.
And then last but not least, Post Malone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Easy answer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he looks like
tough.
he doesn't.
Tough.
Yeah. Bless him.
That's a funny list, though.
It is.
That's a list you don't want to be on.
It's great that somebody put it together for us.
Oh, man, that's awesome. All right, we got some birthdays, Rock?
Let me look. We do not. Actually, we're really low on the birthday request list. So if you... What is the text that you can send?
Oh, to get your birthday in and your question, because we always require a question for it. I would have thought birthday, but
she's testing it.
Yeah,
I'm texting birthday.
I would have thought.
Oh, wait.
Is that
the Portland. Oh, no, that's not it.
Birth.
No, I'm not sure
Day.
what it is. But if you go to
we're useless here.
Wait. Give me just a minute. If you go to wayfm.com/Wally, and then on the left-hand side, you'll see birthday request. There's the form. Okay. You can fill that out, and you can put a request in. But keep in mind, this is birthday request.
Yeah.
Birthday. Repeat it with me. Birthday requests.
So are you striking down anyone who wants an anniversary celebrated?
No, I'm not striking anything down, but I am saying that
it's my rabbit's birthday.
This is the point of it. It's not just to ask questions.
Okay.
No, I like questions.
We like them.
Let's see. Let's do Caitlin. Caitlin has a question. What fictional family would you most like to join and why?
Fictional family. I'm trying to think of TV shows that I
have multiples.
Not the Duggars.
I would go with the family from Little Women.
I
think that would be fun.
Joe and March. What was their last name?
Joe, Meg, Beth.
Oh, March
and Amy.
was their last name, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
I would also go with, of course, the Andy Griffith Show, the Taylor family.
Yeah.
I would also go with the Waltons.
Oh, wow.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, yours are all so old school.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, I think it would be fun.
back before there's like really good electricity or internet, you know?
Yeah.
Fictional family. Oh
I
my
have to
goodness.
look these up.
Yeah.
Even in a book, guys.
Even in a book.
know.
That didn't help.
Show,
That didn't help.
a movie.
Boxcar Children.
I think I'd like, who is Darth Vader's family?
Oh, the Skywalkers.
Yeah,
You could
the
be a
Skywalkers. That'd be fun.
I see. I thought about that, but then I was like, "That's just going to be too on brand and nerdy." But that's what I would. That's probably where I'd go. Get to be a Jedi.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay.
I thought you would pick like the Harry Potter people.
Oh, that's even worse though.
Yeah.
That's even nerdier.
That is even nerdier.
I spent a solid 4 hours playing a Harry Potter game yesterday.
Did you really?
Yeah, a new video game. It's going to dominate.
On what system?
PlayStation.
Oh, okay. You have a PS4? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Does Haley play with you?
Yeah, she does.
Do y'all fight over who's going to be like
No.
Yes, you do.
There's no fight. He loses.
I would. She's the Harry Potter stan in the family.
Oh,
She
that's
raises her
funny.
hand. He ducks.
That's funny.
I do.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for your Aftercast. And as always, thanks for being a potty.